Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Olga is here. For those of you who haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell as well to get the latest notifications about the videos I post out there for you guys. In today's video we are going to be talking about these lovely sets right there. So what we have is Wet n Wild Prep and Prime set, Wet n Wild Golden Glimmer set, and this is what they look like. So first I'm going to be talking about the Golden Glimmer, of course, and then we will talk about Prep and Prime. I will definitely open these packages and apply the products on my face, and then I will give you my final words and verdict. But before I do that, let me go ahead and give you the information, the 411 on all of this stuff, and then we'll jump into trying them out. Golden Glimmer set. This set includes 4 loose pigments. Each of them has 2 grams of product, 1 Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar, which contains 6.2 grams of products, 1 small eyeshadow brush, and 1 fan brush. These products are not tested on animals and they are made in People's Republic of China. We're going to open this up. So there's this white sleeve, it slides off, and then you have this pretty silvery looking, glaring looking box. I'm going to open her up. So I got both of these kits in my local Walgreens. Of course, the information on where you can purchase them will be attached in the description bar below. When I will be posting the video, I will be attaching all of the information. Right here we have these 4 pigments. As you can see, we have this golden highlighting bar and these 2 brushes. This fan brush has like a guard on it. If you want, you can keep these, especially if you travel or if you clean your brushes in order to reshape your brush. It's nice to have like a little guard. It is a bit flimsy, but it can serve its purpose. And I also like these indentations right there. That's like perfectly where you put your finger. I think it's pretty clever, and the plastic of these brushes does feel nice. I mean, to me, they don't feel cheap, they feel nice. I'm not sure about the bristles on this eyeshadow brush though. They seem pretty stiff, like maybe it can work as a smudger, I don't know. I would be hesitant to use this one, but I'm definitely going to try this fan brush. So let me real quick talk about this priming set right here and what is included in it. Let me just open her up. When I saw these products at Walgreens, I was excited. I'm seeing a lot of drugstore options, makeup that is not bad at all. I mean, some of these sets are actually really good, and the price, $10 for a set like that or $15, that seems to be really reasonable. And what I like about them is Christmas is coming, right? And this kind of serves as a perfect gift. I mean, it's already in a box, it looks nice. All you need to do is put a wrapping paper around it and a bow, and you got yourself a nice gift for a family member, a girlfriend, you know, your mom or whoever uses these products. I mean, that's great. This is what the Prep and Prime kit looks like. Photo Focus Primer is 25 ml of product. The setting spray in natural finish contains 45 milliliters of product. And then we have this lovely guy right here. And this is their correcting palette, like color correct palette. And again, this one contains 6.5 grams of product. I will tell you right away, I'm not going to be able to use this because I don't really use these types of products. Quite frankly, I just don't find them useful for me. So I'm not going to mess this up. I am going to donate this to someone, and maybe it will be helpful to them. So I'm going to set her aside, although I have to say I like it and the packaging feels nice and sturdy. It seems like a nice product. I am going to actually start playing with these products, and I will apply the primer. I will do the foundation. I don't have the Wet n Wild foundation, you guys, so I am going to be using my Laura Mercier in 1 Vanilli, and that's what I'm going to apply. But I'm definitely going to try the primer first. I don't have anything on my skin right now, so I am going to start playing with these products and we'll see how everything goes. As I took the lid off, I see that it's sealed right there with this foil. Kind of reminds me of the toothpaste. I think I talked about something like that. Oh yeah, it was the 7-Eleven products that were sealed like this. This is what the primer looks like. The smell is typical of what the primer would smell. I don't find anything disgusting in it. It actually feels nice. So I'm going to start putting this primer on. I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender and my Laura Mercier foundation. I'll go ahead and go in with this Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay. If you see that I got some of the foundation concealer on my lips, that's actually okay. I am going to cover my lips with lipstick, and it actually sometimes even is kind of like one of the techniques. Some people will, when they apply foundation or concealer, they will literally also cover their lips, and then the lipstick color looks more vibrant. So right now I'm going to go into the Maybelline in the color 10. And this is their setting powder, and I'm going to set my face. While my face is setting, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows with this Jordana pencil in black. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. So now I'm going to sweep away the excess powder. Going to go into my trusted Shade and Light Kat Von D palette to do my sculpting and contouring. This is what this highlighter looks like. Let me just real quick swatch her on the back of my hand. I'm hoping that the camera is picking this up, but I'm seeing this kind of a red star, like a darker color star in there. I wonder if it's a different color. Yes, it's a different color. So it's not just the indentation in the product, it's not just like a pretty star. This is a totally different color, so it's so nice. You could use a small detail brush or something to use it as a highlighter in the corners of your eyes, or you could, I think like you could mix them up and it would just be a beautiful, glowy moment from two highlighters. So I am going to use this brush right there and see what happens. I'm not really having, let me just do it on the back of my hand. I want to see if it's the brush. So I'm not really sure if this particular brush is working well for me, so I'm going to grab Wayne Goss and I'm going to try it with this brush, see what happens. See, this is pretty, definitely buildable. Okay, so now I see something going on here. Right away I want to tell you that personally for me, this didn't really work that great. I'm not sure if I just don't have the skill to use it or the type of fibers that this is. I'm going to swatch all of these four on my hand and I'm going to be right back. So I have swatched on the back of my hand right here all of those four loose pigments, and right now I'm going to apply my Too Faced glitter glue onto my eyelids, and then I want to apply some of these colors. So I am going to go into this beautiful color right there. I believe it's this one, and I will apply her all over my lid. I'm going to actually apply with my finger. believe how intense this is. I'm looking at it and I've never seen anything like this. So right now what I'm going to do is I'll put this Laura Mercier lipstick on, and then I think what I'm going to do is apply some of these loose pigments onto my lips and see what happens. I have gone in with these two pigments right there, and I have pressed them into the center portion of my lips to add some definition, some volume. I'm not yet sure what I'm thinking about that. I haven't tried doing this before, so this is the first time I'm trying something like this, where I go in with a lipstick or like a liquid lip and then applying some loose pigments or highlighter onto the lip. So I'm not sure yet. I hope it's okay. I mean, I hope it looks okay. Right now, from what I can see, it actually looks really pretty. So right now I will go in with this Wet n Wild Mega Wear mascara. I will take this Wayne Goss right here, and I will go into this light one. I will show you what she looks like. She's right here at the very bottom, and I would like to apply her at the brow bone as well as merge these two colors together. Since there isn't really anything else going on in my eyeshadows, I just wanted to test these pigments separately. Like what this look is missing is some blush, so I'm going to go into this Drawn In Decked Out palette right now. And now finally it's time to set. Usually if I just got a setting spray, I'll do like something like this into the air just to get the pump working. Ooh. Ah. So now this look is complete. I had to go last minute and fix something with this concealer. Since I'm going to be reviewing these Wet n Wild sets, I actually thought that I'm going to go ahead and give this Wet n Wild mascara a review, since this is still a Wet n Wild product. But I will first of all start with the sets, because that's what we sat down today to review and give you my final words and verdict. So, on the appearance of the brushes, I like the fact that there's this indentation. I think it's cool. I haven't seen other brands do this, so it's innovative concept. I do like what these guys look like. However, I did not find that this brush is something I can work with. The bristles are very nice feeling and they are very soft. However, I just feel like they are not grabbing the product, and for me, I couldn't see if I was getting the product on my cheeks or not, and I knew by that point that the product does work. So it's definitely the brushes. This guy right here is soft, but at the same time it's stiff, so I do not approve these brushes. The highlight, however, I do approve this highlighting powder, because not only does it work, you get actually a second color right here in this star. You can mix them together, and it seems to me like this is a nice, very nice highlighting powder. So I do approve this one. I like these pigments, and 3 of them I would like to approve. So right here, as you can see, they're kind of wearing off because I was applying makeup and all of that, but they're still showing. I do like 3 of these pigments. However, one of them, it's this guy right here. This one is the lower part right here, so this bottom one, that's it. This one has a very fine powder. Like, it seems to me like these guys, they have fine powder, but there is still texture to them. It seems like it's easier to work with them. However, when I tried applying this one, so I was using the tray that I have sitting right here for my loose makeup for the pigments, and I took some of this loose pigment out onto the tray, and when I dipped my finger into it to distribute the product right here, it was turning almost like you're working with flour. So it was really crumbly and just kind of a white powder. I didn't really get much highlight out of this. It seemed to me like the pigment itself was too finely milled. However, these ones right here are gorgeous. And even if this particular product doesn't work, or maybe didn't work on my skin type, these pigments work. I have them right now on my eyes. I used this guy right here to press it into my lips, and it gave it nice, kind of a nice volume. I am really liking it. So the primer, I approve. There is nothing wrong with the primer. I applied it. It smells nice, and it distributed my, it moisturized my face. I was able to distribute my Laura Mercier foundation. I think this primer would work real well with multiple foundations. If you have Wet n Wild, of course, I'm sure it would work best with that. And it did work with this one, so if you want to get like a more high-end foundation, but you want to save up a little bit of money, you can get this primer, and still, you have a great primer from a drugstore, and then you could have a more high-end foundation, or not, because drugstores these days are actually coming out with a lot of nice, really cool products, and the foundations are nice. They are nice. I have a CoverGirl foundation, the Vitalist. I love that. So this setting spray right here, it smells really nice. I do smell alcohol in it. I'm not sure if it's in it or not. I didn't look at that. But what happened was, when I applied it, after I was sure that this Wet n Wild mascara was dry, what happened was, as I was setting my face, I blinked, and then the upper lashes have printed on this area right here. So that's what you heard me say, that I was like, oh no, and then I had to go in with a concealer and conceal that part and try to wait until the product was dry and get rid of it. So for that reason, I'm going to just, since we are on the same topic of Wet n Wild, I'm going to say that I do not approve this mascara. Not to mention that when you are pulling out the wand right here, it pulls out too much excess. A lot of product comes out, and if you're not careful, you would have this kind of a tail of product hanging out, and you could potentially ruin your look if you didn't pay attention to that. You pulled out too much product. So even though the wand is something I do like, I like their wand, the product itself, it apparently didn't dry. When I tried setting my face, it printed on my lower lashes, which was unacceptable for me, so I'm not going to approve this one. Going back to the kit, this guy right here, because I haven't used it, I'm not going to have any kind of decision on it. I'm just going to say that possibly it's a good product, but because I have no use for it, I cannot give you my words or verdict on it, and it's a part of the set. The challenge with these kits is that I approved some products in the kit and I disapprove other products. So how are we going to see if the kit is approved, right? So I'm just going to go by the majority. I'm just going to approve it based on the fact that I did like their primer. So even if you're just getting it for the primer, and if you have use for the corrector, I would say that I would approve it solely because of the primer. The primer is that good. You are getting a decent amount of product, and it is a really nice primer, you guys. There is no need to go to Sephora and buy $30 primer. You can just go to the drugstore. I'm sure they sell it separately. I'm going to look up the pricing on this one, and I will attach that information in the description bar. Now on this kit right here, even though I did not like the brushes, and one of the pigments I believe it's this one, is behaving somewhat weirdly. For the most part, majority of the products in here are good. These pigments are absolutely stunning. I mean, I have some in-glot pigments for which I paid a lot of money, and I use them, but not very often, and to be honest with you, they're not that easy to work with, even though I love in-glot brand. But these guys right here, let me just get this one. Even though I didn't really like how finely it's milled, overall, they're all beautiful, beautiful pigments, and I'm very much pleasantly surprised. Also, this highlighter right here, absolutely gorgeous, you guys. So definitely, with all of that said, even if the brushes don't work, maybe they work for somebody, they just don't work for me, I would go ahead and say I absolutely approve this set. Even though this mascara isn't part of these two sets, I'm going to go ahead and say it's a pass. I completely disapprove this mascara. So with all of that said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And I will see you very soon in my next video, guys. I wish you all wonderful, wonderful, happy holidays this holiday season, and I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye!